My name is Jack. In my book, Recovering from Religious Abuse, 11 Steps to Spiritual Freedom, people ask me all the time, what are the 11 steps? Let me just take a minute and let's go through them. The 11 steps to spiritual freedom. 1. I acknowledge that my life is shipwrecked and not where I want it to be. The key to everything in any kind of recovery is acknowledging that you've got a problem, that you are not where you want to be. Step number 2. I commit to stop living my life in pursuit of self-defeating behavior. You know what your self-defeating behavior is. Are you drinking too much? Are you looking at pornography? Are you involved in infidelity or infidelity of the heart? Are you spending too much? Are you overeating? What are you doing to medicate the pain that you've experienced from your religious abuse? 3. I accept that the responsibility for getting back on track is mine and no one else's. This is where a lot of people get stuck. I didn't cause the religious abuse. It was them. Okay? It was them, and it wasn't you. But you are still responsible for your own life and for getting back on track. No one is going to do it for you. 4. I choose to believe what God says about himself, that he is good and can be trusted. I recognize that God is not the abuser, rather people who misuse their authority are the abusers. God is good and loving. Plus, who understands abuse more than Christ? He was spit upon, ridiculed, beaten, stripped naked, hung on a cross, and murdered. By whom? Self-righteous religious leaders. God understands your pain. 5. I recognize that the only way back to a productive life is exactly the way I came. Therefore, I commit to repairing my relationship with God and making amends with everyone I have wronged along the way. Okay, in your pain and in your discomfort, in your anger and your bitterness, you've wounded other people. You've got to go back and take care of that. You can't just say, my bad, and be done with it. You have to make real amends to real people for your conduct. 6. I refuse to become like those who have abused me, and I abandon my desire to spread malice because of my pain and my anger. This is one of the keys in recovery. What happens, you've been abused, so you become abusive to other people, and it just passes on and on and on and on. You've got to make the determination yourself to say, it ends right here. I will not participate in this stuff ever again. 7. I will make a detailed written account of my abusive experiences as well as my subsequent behavior. I commit to being as thorough and honest as I'm able. You've got to write all this stuff out, everything, detail it, go back over it, polish it, be completely honest, painstakingly honest. There's no way to get past this. You can't skirt it. You've got to go back, bring it all up. In recovery, we have an expression, you are only as sick as your secrets. This gets rid of that. 8. I will share my experience and my own wrongdoing with a trusted friend, confessing the exact state of my heart. You can't just do this between you and God. You have to do it with another person. Someone else has to witness this stuff, because people have a tendency to kind of skirt over some things, and you need somebody to whom you can be accountable about the whole experience. 9. I humbly ask God to change anything He wishes and I ask Him to heal my pain. Because God forgives as we forgive others, I forgive my abusers. It's like in the Lord's Prayer. You're forgiven when you forgive others. Ultimately, you have to come to the place where you can forgive your abuser. That does not mean you need to go back and sit at the feet of an abusive person ever again. But you do have to forgive them. 10. I choose to believe God still has a purpose for my life, a purpose for good and not evil. Instead of dwelling on the negative with the glass half full, you need to look and remember what God has told you about what you're to do in life. 11. I make a commitment to nurture my relationship with God, asking Him to reveal His will to me and to give me the power to carry it out. If you can do these things, it's easy. The process is easy, but doing it can be very, very difficult. At the same time, the reward is phenomenal. Thank you.